Now that we've tackled saving for retirement, we're going to move on over and talk about saving for college. Remember, college is coming after retirement because not everybody goes to college, number one. And number two, some people might not even be saving for a child to go to college. So we for sure want to save for retirement first, and then comes college. Now, in your Padlet, the biggest question you had was, how can I save for college? So let's tackle that first, and then we'll talk about student loans, paying off student loans, and all that jazz. Now, when we talk about saving for college in baby step 5, we can look at this in two different lenses. The first lens that Dave is going to talk about is saving for a future child to go to college. So for me right now, it'd be me saving for Harper to go to college. The second lens that we're going to look at this in is saving for yourself to go to college. But first, let's tackle, if you want to save for a future child to go to college, how would you do that?
Save for your kids' college using tax-favored plans. When we say baby step 5 later, we're just going to say college, and we're all going to know what it means. Now, how many of you have kids at home or think you might someday that you want to save for college? Okay, about 75% of you in this audience, roughly. The rest of you, they're grown and gone, or you're just not planning to have kids or whatever. So you skip this step in that case, or you're past this step or whatever. But the rest of you, you've got to start saving for college, and you've got to start thinking about it. Now, I will tell you this. College savings has a tremendous amount of guilt with it. If I don't save for college, I'm a child abuser. No, you're not. No, you're not. How many of you in here, when you went to college, you paid for some or all of it? Your parents must have been child abusers. It's the way our culture thinks today, isn't it? I've met with single moms who are barely keeping food on the table for their kids, and there's tears running down their face because they feel guilty because they're not funding a college fund. And I look at her and say, they should just rise up and call you blessed for feeding them. That's the first thing. College is important. College is not life or death. And by the way, last time I checked, WORK will get you a long way through college. So you and I want to save for our kids' college. That's good. You and I want to save for our kids' college. We want to be a blessing to them, but you are not a bad parent by definition. You are not stupid for never having saved for college. But I do want to put that in the financial plan, and I want to get along here. But everybody wants to move it from back here because they're all guilted and freaked out, and they want to have the college fund funded before baby step 1. And then the alternator breaks, and we clean out the college fund. This is dumb, okay? College is not first. You'll get to it, or you won't, and life will go on. There's these neat things called scholarships and pizza places that let you work there and all these different kinds of things, right? There's ways to get through school if you want to get through school, and student loans aren't the way. So is it important? Yes, it's important. I'm an advocate of education. I teach for a living, so I'm huge on college. But it is not a right that you have because you breathe air, that you have the right to go to college. What we're going to do is we're going to use the Educational Savings Account, the ESA, nicknamed the Education IRA, because it works like the Roth IRA does, but it goes just for college, which is very cool. We're trying to keep them from graduating like the average college senior did last year with $19,000 in student loan debt and $7,000 in credit card debt. So this is out of control. We don't want. It's how you start your life, $26,000 in debt and no job. I don't want to start my life that way, so we're trying to avoid that by saving and investing. Now, the IRA, the Education IRA, the ESA, allows you to save $2,000 a year currently if the phone doesn't ring. And they changed the law. Check our website, and then you'll be able to stay updated and know what's going on. But currently, you can save $2,000 a year. If you save $2,000 from zero, a baby, to 18 years old, 18 times 2 is $36,000. That money invested at 12% average annual return will grow from, over that period of time, that $36,000 will turn into about $126,000. And so we have $90,000 in growth that is tax-free. Taxes on $90,000 might be something like $20,000 or $25,000. So this little ESA jacket right here, this little jacket called the Education IRA in our little example is about a $25,000 or a $30,000 jacket per kid. Pretty important stuff. So we want to be sure we get the old letter jacket with the ESA embroidered right there on it. That's what we're going to do. So it's a very important little coat in that regard because they get to go tax-free. If you're not going to go to college, the college fund, if it is in something like an educational savings account or some of the other tax-protected accounts, is going to be penalized heavily. And so if you've got that laying there, you need to seriously consider that option.